Fans want more of me. Haters always boring me. Tell them dudes that be hating in your ear, I can't concentrate on you, I got priorities. Fans want more of me. Haters always boring me. Tell them dudes that be hating in your ear, I can't concentrate on you, I got priorities. Rizzy, bye.
This is the kaibaboy. I guess first off we'll do a shout out to Nothing But Honest. Hopefully we'll or I'll see you over there at the next Atlanta YCS. It was pretty cool hanging with you guys, and hopefully we'll share some deck ideas.
Go sub. Go sub.
Last time I was doing Twilight, and a lot of people like to critique the build. Personally, I believe this build was at its best exactly the way I had it. I would have done a lot more. I probably would have proceeded a lot better if I had freaking Baylors, but other than me not having the card, I think I did very well. I still run Lightsworn, and come a long way from what I had then. So I guess I'll get started. First off, start off with 2 Birdmen. I can't stress enough how important this card is and how amazing this card is in Lightsworn. I'm not going to get into it until I'm actually done getting through the deck, so I can actually give you like a visual, visual proof of why this card is just key. So I'll just keep going, put these over here. 1 Flake Spreader for your sing plays. I mean, it's better, you know, put a wolf at the top of your deck, even if you mill it next turn, like a solar recharge or something. I mean, just get an instant 2100. 2 Gardeners. Going to 3, it would definitely be at 3 in this deck when it happens. But as for right now, 2 is obviously what you have. Stops your opponent from attacking. You can summon it and just go for your level 3 feeds. It's a dark to banish. Don't be scared to banish it for your BLS, your Chaos Sorcerer. With Leviair, it's going to come right back. And if you're playing the deck right, Leviair will hit the field. 1 Gorge. Shouldn't have to explain that. Stop those decays. That stops a lot of things. Saves me. Alright, Chaos Sorcerer BLS. Obviously, it's just a must. 2 Card Troopers. For the mill, the small beat stick, the draw power, and again, for the level 3s. You can just stack these guys, stack anything, and go right into it. 2 Luminous. This is, in my opinion, second to top most important card in the Lightsworn deck. Without it, you lack the special summoning. Without it, you lack the mill. I mean, it's a very important card. I don't care if you can't afford the CPs, you can't afford anything. I mean, I can't afford the CPs right now. But the thing is it's highly important to run both at the max. If it's at 3, run 3. I'm on 2 Lilas. Reason being, you pop backfield with it. If you want to go 3, you go 3. I would not recommend going to 1. But backfield is, in my opinion, Lightsworn's worst enemy. Because you run into a Mirror Force, you might as well just be like, good game.
Mirror Force at 2?
Yeah, Mirror Force at 2, definitely. You run into anything, I mean, they stop your JD play, they stop your thing with a Solemn Warning, anything, and they're bottomless. I'd rather Lila get bottomless than my JD. It almost forces your opponent to activate, almost forces them to think about it. You can always tell if your opponent has something when you summon Lila and they tell you to wait for a second. And, you know, it lets you prepare. It's a very good card to run at 2. Double Ryko. Another card at 2. Flips, pops, stalls, mills. The best part about this is the mill. I'm not necessarily saying that you should bank on letting it defend you. Literally, it's almost better off in the graveyard, in my opinion. But the fact is if you have no other play, Ryko is the best option. 2 Wolves. I just run 3 in my last build. But in this build, there's no way 3 would be viable. Clogs the hand. They can be dead draws. But at 2, it almost always works out. You always mill into it. And if it is dead in your hand, it's not going to be long before it's usable. It's just a playable card at 2. It's not... I've never lost a game because I drew into a dead wolf. I've won most games because Wolf came to me and I actually had to play because of it. Erin? One Erin? I mean, she's you can use first turn, you draw to Erin, she's a mill 3. I mean, it's a big plus, but she's better off in the graveyard unless it's a face-down monster or defense monster like a Gashi or something. I wouldn't even, like, honestly, that's why she's at 1. She's just a name in the graveyard. Celestia and Arcus. The big predicament is people run 2 Celeste or 2 Arcus. I run one of each, just my play style. I understand Arcus is beast. He saves Lightsworn. They're completely immune to everything. He is the god card of Lightsworn unless you just attack him. And then Celestia is your mini dad. And you know everyone knows Teledad's coming back, but this is your little this is your little like defense against it, honestly. I mean, you can run 2 if you like. I do both. It's just how I play. Obviously, your boss, 3 JDs. This is the reason you play Lightsworn, because it's single-handedly the most feared card in the game. No one wants to get a JD drop them in, and if they do, no one wants his effect to go off. It's just terrifying, and I get a dad. I mean, JD, and I'm scared, man, thinking about Teledad. Nah, but fucking JD, man, it's just amazing. 3 of him. Now we're getting to the techie card, Fed Whalers. At least in Lightsworn, it has to be at 3. It has to be at 3 because if an effect goes off, and especially a good one, it can cost you the game. You run into fucking Dino Rabbit or something. I mean, anything that pops the card, BLS, and hell, when Teledad comes, you best believe I'm dropping a Veiler on his ass. I mean, this card saves me more than ever. If he's in the graveyard, throw him in the graveyard. If you mill him, he's just a banish. He just banishes his ass. Or you're a BLS and Chaos Sorcerer. Now for the spell, 3 solar recharges, I'm not even going to tell you what they do. You should know what they do. Very important. If you don't have this in the Lightsworn deck, you're doing something wrong. I run 2 Monsterians. I used to run 3. But Monster Reincarnation is very important. I was running, I guess I could easily say I was running Monster Reincarnation before it was hit. But everyone seems to love this card now. So again, it's just like Solar Recharge. I'm not really going to explain anything. Obviously, the normal stuff. Heavy, Dark Hole, Monster Born, Charge, Pot of A, and a Foolish Burial.
German Super Foolish Burial.
It's an instant Wolf, instant 2100. It's an instant extra card in the graveyard for JD. It's an instant Dark. It's an instant defense against them. If you have a Monster Reincarnation in your hand, it's just an instant save. I mean, you have to have it in there. There's no way around it. For the only 2 traps in your whole deck, 2 Beckmans. I just run 2 Call On it, but it's not.
And 2 Royals.
It's not the format. 2 Royals, but it's just not that format anymore. You have to have the speed and the ability. I mean, there's been times where I drop 3 cards and I pull back all 3 Effect Whalers just to slow down my opponent, and it saves me the duel. I guess I'll get back to the Birdman play, why this is so amazing. Alright. Basically, it sets up very basic. Illumina, discard 1, and let's just say, discuss them at a level 4 Lightsworn monster. Aaron. That's when your Birdman comes in. Swap it out. Triforce. He is single-handedly one of the most amazing cards in my extra deck. For the single matter of fact that when he is summoned, I can instantly grab a light monster, any light monster, even BLS, if he was summoned properly, and sit him in face-down defense position. But the first thing I'd ever go for is Raikou. You put Raikou in face-down defense, I mean, you're looking at a 2500 beater, and your opponent instantly knows that you're going to pop up from the next turn. So the real question is, what do I do? Get rid of Raikou or get rid of Tri-Arm? Remember, Tri-Arm can do this once per turn. So if they don't get it off and it's mid-game, there's a chance you'll have double Raikou on the field, and once you flip the first Raikou, that's another 3 cards milled to your graveyard. But that's not the only reason Birdman's so amazing. I mean, you can easily Chaos Sorcerer, bring it Banish, bring it back to your hand with Birdman, Chaos Sorcerer again. and just banish another card. That's an instant 2 cards that is really bothering you off the field. Birdman will get removed from play once he's gone, but you would run Levier, obviously. I've got the extra deck after I'm done explaining these guys. It's just you really have to understand. Triforce is probably my secondary defense if I had to fall to anything. Not only that, Birdman will even let you play Tempest Magician. And the best part about that is basically the same exact. You drop your Luminous, summon your Aaron. This time, instead of popping back to level 3, pop back to level 4, and it has to have the Luminous because it's spellcaster. Use your Burn Gen X, and you get your Gen X. If you can Tempest out, sorry. It's not like the most amazing play, it's just the fact that I know everyone has had that duel where it's like, oh man, if I only hit you for like 500 more life points, I would have won. You know, Tempest is, if you have 2 cards in your hand, man, that's 1,500. If you have 3, that's an instant 2,000 direct of effect damage. That, I mean, it's not gonna, no one expects to see Tempest in a Lightsworn deck. You're playing, you drop Tempest, everyone's gonna be like, oh wow, really? I guess I'll drop 2 for game. It's just, even if you hit direct for 2,200 and then drop 2 and you make it 4,000, that could be game. It's just a great combo. Again, Birdman is almost a must. And I personally do think it's a must. I've seen people running it at 3. I like it at 2. But I would never think of not running it or going to 1 with it. It is that important. It's almost as important as the Sect Veiler. Almost. I guess I'll get to the extra deck real fast. Got a level 4 Utopia. Just basic stall.
Basic stall.
Maestro, it's like a Gachi and it's a Tsukiyomi, which is coming back. But it's like the best of both worlds. You have an Exceedus bothering you, so it face down. You will need to defend yourself. You can either go Maestro or Utopia. You want to stall for 2 turns, or you want to stall for 2 turns. It's just really good. Sylvan Roach. I really don't understand why people aren't playing it. I know that it's in your extra deck. Why aren't you summoning this card? It's amazing. There's no, I don't know any about, I've heard people talk about incoherent summons and all that crap, but I know the ruling, I've looked it up, I know for a fact this card's amazing, so why aren't you playing it? Like, this is great, but no one seems to get out anymore. Double Levier, and this is, you have to have Levier, the Lightsworn, especially this build. It's all about level 3 exceeds, so you could easily get these guys out. Like I was just saying, you can get Lumina, Arctic, stack 2. If you have a Birdman removed from play, bring the Birdman back. You don't even do it. There you go. You already got a freaking Tempest out right there. Hell. It's just the fact that you remove, like I said, don't be scared to remove and play your Necro Gardener. Remove Gardener, it'll come right back, do another level 3. Stack for a double Levier. Switch again. That's amazing. There's nothing bad about that. Midman, I actually just got this.
It's a stickers and names.
It's fucking broke. It's another Gachi. It pops the card at the end phase. You can attack monsters and crash for them. You can JD, blow up the field. I don't know why you would do this. But if they drop a Gores, fuck, drop even them. Just in your turn, just let it pop. It's a really annoying card to get around, and if it wasn't for JD, I'd be terrified of it. Not just against the synchros. This one, I'm still rocking the level 9.
Yes.
I don't get him out a lot, but I've got him. When I do get him out, I win. I've won every time I've gotten him out, and it's not a lot, but it's just when you need him and you actually can get him out, it's devastating to your opponent. Returning 3 cards from the field is like leaving them wide open. And I always go backfield because by that point I can get a level 9 out, I can drop his 80. Next is my Sand Turret, Colossal Fighter. I run warriors in here. Garden of the Warrior. I got BLS. He can get to like 3,100. And regardless of the fact that it's just annoying to get over, it's a nice little quick beater. But I don't know what to say. It's just a fucking great card. Obviously Stardust. There's no way you wouldn't run Stardust, in my opinion. Stops negation. Like I said, backfield is the Lightsworn is the worst enemy unless you're running analytically. And if I had to start a stat, you better leave on attack. Again, the most amazing card this deck has ever witnessed. Fucking Triforce. Fucking amazing. You got to run this card. Level 6s, Gravity Warrior. Although it will be banned as of right now, Brionic is in here. And obviously, Catastor. And that's about it for the extra deck. I'm not fucking think and shit. I'm not gonna say anything about my side, cause that's basically like what I use to get around things. Again, you have to have this. Birdman leads to these. This leads to spam of Raikou, and if you already summon BLS, you can even bring back a BLS face down defense. The next turn you have a BLS back. And obvious for the quick game, if you just have a little bit of life points to shave off, do it with Tempest. I mean, it just gets rid of it. It's the best of both worlds. Again, this is kaibaboy. Leave your comments. Let me know how you think, what I should change, if you have any ideas. See you around.